setting up and get my other phone set up so I can read comments. So let me get that. Get all of that situated real quick, and then we'll be ready to work again. And even if anybody comes in, at least I've got it videoed, because I videoed part of the letters last night after our live, and the video didn't stay. It recorded the whole thing, and then when I ended it, it said could not capture. So I'd rather do it live. This is the Pizza Planet sign. Hey, Dina. Yeah, I wasn't going to do a live today. I was going to record, but I recorded last night after the live some of the stuff I did to the letters. I only did a couple. And it said it recorded, and I got to the end, and I stopped the recording, and it said could not capture. So I'd rather just do a random live than it not save. So this one's going to be pretty simple. It's the Pizza Planet sign, so we are literally just painting the fins of the rocket. I cut this out of foam board from the Dollar Tree. We're going to paint the rocket fins, and then I'm going to write Pizza Planet on it. I'm actually going to do a small outline around the edges, write Pizza Planet, the planet in the center, and then this is good to go. I'm going to use the same red that I used for the others yesterday so that it matches. I will say that I'm liking this so far. I still have to add the eyes. I'm deciding if I'm going to draw the eyes or if I'm going to add googly eyes. But I really like this one so far. I didn't work on Woody last night, so I figure I'll work on Woody on this video with you guys. Oh, that'll be so much fun, Dina. A family night and a pour with the kids would be so much fun. And the kids would love it. I know firsthand the grandkids loved doing the pour painting when I would babysit. They loved it so much that it became something I would reward them with if they were good. Like, if you're good, we'll go pull out the painting stuff and you guys can make a painting. They loved it. So kids will definitely love that. If I'd had more notice, instead of doing foam board, we would have cut this out of plywood. But his party is literally tomorrow morning. So we're using foam board. Do what you gotta do to make it work. A lot of people, believe it or not, still have not seen acrylic pouring. You would think that by now everybody's seen it, but there's a lot of people that still don't know what it is. So when they see it, it really amazes them. It's cold in here. I have them here for it to work right now. I think it's like 33 or 34 degrees outside right now. My main heater is in the whelping room with Luna because she's due any day now between now and Tuesday. So I have to keep it nice and warm in there. So I've just got like a little small backup heater in here. Hopefully Bill gets off in time to go fill up the propane cylinder. Would be nice. I can't cook on my stove, which, I mean, it's fine. I've been cooking in the crock pot and stuff, but I prefer to have my stove. That's just me. So this time before I went live, what I did is I took all the pictures that I would need to look at, and I sent them, because Bill's at work, so I don't have Bill's phone. So I took one of our old phones that I used to read the comments, and I used the camera on it. Video to look at, so that I make sure I get it right this time. I'm just outlining the edge. Because this is how it was online. It's kind of making me nostalgic, making me want to go back and watch Toy Story. I was 5 years old when the first one came out in 1995. So I haven't seen anything but the first and second, and I don't even really remember the second one. So I kind of want to go back and watch them now. Hey, Angela. We are working on party decorations for a 2-year-old's party tomorrow. She waited last minute and needed some help. So this is the pizza plant sign from Toy Story. I made it out of foam board. And then we're going to go back and work on the letters that we started yesterday for his name. And finish doing those and making them like each character. I did finish the ABC blocks last night, so I'll show you guys those. And then his moving box that in the movie says Andy's Toys. This one says Hunter's Toys. I got it finished, and she said the reason she sent other boxes is because she wanted me to do a couple boxes that say Hunter's Toys. And we're going to stuff tissue paper and stuff inside those. I needed motivation to get back in the art room, in all honesty. And, family's family, even if we don't really talk that much. So I'm just trying to make sure I don't see any white along the edge. I had to cut this out with an X-Acto knife because the scissors kept ripping it. So the edges aren't quite as straight as I would prefer them to be. But it's a 2-year-old's party. They're not going to notice. And it's a last minute thing. Because if I had had more time, we would have just got plywood. Okay, so I'm going to let this dry. I'll probably put one more coat of red on this. So we're going to put it back here. We're going to bring out the Etch-a-Sketch again, and I can still see some of the Hollywood behind it. So we're going to add another coat of red while I've got this red out. I can still see some of the black and white lines. So just going to add another coat of red. Just on her stuff. And I just picked up the small bottles at Walmart just in case I didn't have the exact color she wanted. But it's working out so far. So here we go. I think this will be the final coat on this maybe, if it dries and I can't see through it. And then we can start putting on the white foam board knobs. And then write Etch-a-Sketch at the top in gold. This is the picture photo prop for the kids to take their pictures. One of the photo props. I also think I have enough foam board, so I think we'll also make, we have hats that I have to go outside and spray paint because she got red instead of brown because they didn't have brown. And I think I have enough foam board to also make Buzz Lightyear's wings as a photo prop. I know we would all love to see you do some pouring. I've got to do some pouring soon. I have been neglecting my pouring in my studio so bad. I'm calling it a studio. It's a little teeny tiny room, but it feels like my little studio. So I've been neglecting it pretty bad. Bridget coming down really got me back into it. And now I can't wait to finish these projects so I can pour some more. Okay, so I'm just going to lift it up so that it's not stuck down. Move it back over, let it dry again. Last year on Cyber Monday, I got this little tripod for $9 on BestBuy.com. And it's been great. It still works. I haven't had any issues with it. So, okay, so this one, there is some kind of symbol. So I'm actually going to go to my phone. I'm going to minimize this so I won't be able to see your comments for a second. I think there's like a weird symbol on their shirt, I want to say. And there's a black stripe. So we're going to do that. So let me just make sure. I have the purple stripe. There's different ways to do each character, so I'm going back and forth from picture to see. So I think we're going to put the planet right here. And then I'm either going to draw on the eyes or I'm going to get googly eyes. So we're going to do that. So let me go back to YouTube and move it back to live chat so I can see what's being said. I'm going to try to do some Black Friday shopping, but it kind of all depends. I used to be an extreme couponer. I got a little over my head with it, so Bill wanted me to cut it out. But I'm going to start couponing again because there's some big things happening soon for different people in my family, and they're going to need couponing. So I have paintbrushes. I'm just getting to use all kinds of stuff in my art room that I don't normally use. I have paintbrushes, and then we're going to use the Arteza Pale Green for these. Now, these paintbrushes are labeled, and some of them are for like acrylic, some of them are for watercolor, some of them are for oil, and some of them are multi, and it's based on the handle. But half the time I really don't pay attention to that. I just use the brush with the tip that I need. That's maybe not the best way to go about it, but that's kind of what I do. Because I want to say this green one's made for oil, but that's the tip that I feel like I need for this, so that's what we're going to use. Couponing was so easy when it first became like big, and then the stores didn't want to give people stuff for free, so they got to where they just didn't want to accept coupons, and it was just kind of stupid in a way. Like, you're getting the money back from the company anyway, so why restrict things? But that's our stores for you, so it's about how it goes. I like the Arteza paints more for drawing and painting stuff than the smaller bottles of paint because it's a little thicker. And I'm no artist when it comes to painting by any means. When it comes to painting by any means. Not at all. So I'm just going to draw a circle for a planet. not going to be perfect, but it's going to be decent. I just want to do it thick enough to where you can't see the blue underneath, so I don't have to go over it again. And I washed out all of those foam brushes last night, and I'm reusing them today. That way everybody knows I didn't just waste a bunch of foam brushes. We used almost every one that I had last night. I wish I could paint and draw as well as Marcy and Nate. Gosh, they can draw so well and paint, and it looks so professional when they do it. And here I am, just can't even draw a circle. Hey, Bridget. I'm sorry it didn't notify you. I don't know why YouTube does that. People are set up for notifications. Why won't it notify you guys? You didn't miss much. All I did was paint part of a Pizza Planet sign. I have to go over it again later. And then I did another coat on the Etch-a-Sketch. Only one ring crosses in front of the planet. The other one crosses behind. I have to remind myself that. Okay. Looks pretty decent. Not the best, not the worst. We got it. I'm going to send you those other paints too, Bridget. I'm going to set that to the side because I'm probably going to be using green again and I don't want to waste it. And if not, then I'll rake it into a cup and put another cup on top of it and use it for a pour later. So the only other thing this guy needs is the eyeballs. And I really want to use the googly eyes. So I think I'm going to just wait and get the googly eyes from Walmart. So we're going to set this aside and let him dry, but here he is. This is the thing that you get out of the claw machine. I actually might do a little bit more blue right here because I can see some of the brown through it. I don't really care for that. I can only see it when I get like really close to it. So I think I'll call her. She wanted to get up with me anyway because she wanted to go out and eat. So I think I'll tell her that we need to stop by Dollar Tree. I saw the googly eyes in Dollar Tree yesterday. At her Dollar Tree. My Dollar Tree didn't have them. Dollar Tree didn't have them. So I'll tell her to grab them as she comes to pick me up. I will do a video of everything put together and done when I set it up at the party. I'm not going to stay for the party just because I need to be here for Luna. But just because I need to be here for Luna. But I will be setting up at the party. Yeah, I'm sorry. We're going shopping without you, Bridget. But next time you come down, we'll go to all the Dollar Trees. So, yeah. And for the thin purple lines, I didn't want to mess it up. So, I just took the purple metallic amethyst and literally I just dripped it out of the container across. And I did those last night before I went to bed. I've only had a few hours sleep, so we're going to sit him to the side. I keep saying him, but I don't know if those were males or females on the show. The little guys you got out of the claw machine. Okay, so let's see how this one looks. We're going to take the tag off. This is Mr. Potato Head. We are going to get crafty, hopefully, if there is some black. I got a big bunch of felt from Bridget. Thank you so much, Bridget, because it's coming in handy right now. I don't know if there's any black in here, because I need to do a mustache and a hat. Worst case, I can use this brown. Let me see that silver paint over there so I don't smash it. Okay, so I don't see any black. I'm going to have to just use the brown. Maybe it's dark enough to use on top of that. And then his ears, we'll use the dark pink and the light pink together. His mouth, I think I'll use a red. And then I need the white part of his eyeballs, so that'll be white. So I think that will be the colors I need. To use because it's darker than the color here. So I think I can do that. So I'm going to move the letter because I'm going to need it for size reference, but we're going to need, take this sticker off. We're going to need a hat and a mustache. And I'm not the best at drawing, so it's going to be interesting. I think his hat is just like a little top hat, but I want to make it to where it's the right size for this U. So I'm just going to mark it at the top. That way I know. We'll make it fit. And then we just kind of want to do a brim. Okay, that kind of looks like a hat, right? So we're going to cut it out and see. Again, if I was this great artist, it would look awesome. I mean, if I needed to, I could actually just take that marker and just paint this black. But I think it'll be okay. I'm going to move that out of the way for a second. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so a little hat. That look pretty good. Okay. Or should I do it angled like this? Mr. Taterhead's hat. And he's going to need eyes and a mustache. Okay, so we're going to sit his hat to the side. I'm going to draw a mustache. Let me see if I can draw it down here first. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. We're just going to do kind of like a... Whatever. We'll make it do. I'm also going to have to use the brown for the center of his eyeballs. I wish I had had some of that really thin wood that I could have just cut out for these pieces, but last minute work, so we're just going to make it work. So the scraps somewhere else. A moustache. And I need big white eyeballs. I think if I fold it in half, I'll be able to make sure both of them are the same size. And I'm going to do it on the fold so that they're kind of connected too. It's sticking to the woods. Okay, come here, white. Okay, there's his eyeballs. Might tuck one up under his hat a little. His moustache. Yeah, I know. More notice. Which, I mean, I knew I was going to be doing the letters, but she hadn't picked them up. And we had been waiting on her the whole time. If she'd picked them up and got up with me and you would have done these together, and it would have been so much more fun and easier. I'm going to turn him around so that you guys can see what he looks like so far. I think he needs a nose as well. What do you think? Needs a nose? Yeah. I think his nose is like an orange color, isn't it? Is there an orange color in here? There's a possibly goldish color, which I'm going to need anyway for Woody's belt buckle. So I'm going to use this as the nose. Oh, I know. If you didn't have to be home, I would have had you stay for Luna's litter. I think his nose is like rounded at the top, and then it's got the two nostrils, kind of like a miniature hat. My drawing skills are terrible. But whatever. I know the toy one that I used to have growing up had a nose because it popped on and off, and we kept taking it off to be funny. Um, but I don't know if the one on the show. I believe he does have a nose. I believe it's like an orangish color. Yeah, I don't have an orange color, so we're just gonna do a. Does that look good? I don't know. That kind of looks like a mini penis. What do you think? Does it look too much like a penis, or does it look like a nose? I also feel like his nose maybe goes up some, like that. I could be wrong. I think that looks good. I don't even think I need his ears, in all honesty. So what do you think about this before I glue everything down? Where is my glue? Letters together, and I had to glue them together. So I've got a whole tube. Is there any dark green in here for the dinosaur? Yeah, look there. I got lucky. One little sheet. Dark green for the dinosaur. Okay, Bridget, what do you think about this before I glue everything down? Does it look pretty cool? Pretty Mr. Potato Heady? I think Dina's still here because it says there's 3 people in the chat, but she might be doing something. Okay. Somebody messaged me, but I totally can't read it right now because my phone's up there. Slide this down and glue the dots to its eyes. I mean, I'm sure the kids aren't going to really judge it, so they're not going to really care. But, you know how I am. So most of the eyes are on there. Okay. This heater is facing right at my arm, and it's kind of burning my arm a little. So I'm going to have to turn it down in a minute when I finish with these eyeballs. Come here, eyeballsies. Yeah, she got it for me. I needed it to glue the, because she didn't have the right letters to make the E and the R. So we ended up getting an F and an L to turn it into an E. And then we ended up getting a B that I cut and turned into an R. So I definitely needed the glue for that. I'm going to have to clean the top of this because I'm getting like felt stuff on it. But it should be an easy clean. Mr. Taterhead. Okay, that's my Mr. Potato Head. I'm going to clean the top of this off real quick. Get all that little stuff off of it. Okay, so here is Mr. Potato Head. I think it looks pretty good. Move his hat just a little to cover that corner. Okay, I think he looks good. We're going to move him to the side to dry with the other dude. Let that glue dry. Okay, now I have the dinosaur. Luckily, there is one sheet of green here. So I know I need a tail and a head. Dinosaur head. That's going to be so hard. I wish I had ink in my printer. I would just print off the dinosaur head and glue it on there. Or maybe I don't do the one with the tail and a head. Some people did it to where they drew like teeth. I could do a row of teeth here and here. Or I could just draw his hands. I don't know. We're going to leave him till later because I'm not sure what to do on him yet. He's going to sit there. Okay. Buzz Lightyear. I have to have his buttons. But I need to put some more green because I can still see some spots. And I'm just going to use this green up here so that I don't waste it. So let me get another brush. It's going to be a different green, but it'll cover it up very well. It's thicker, so one coat should be enough. Okay, so we're going to let that dry, and then I'll come back to him, and I've got to add a green, blue, and red button, and then a red button. I haven't even started the E yet because I had to let it dry all night. So I'll have to deal with that. Woody, I'm going to clean up the lines on the belt with just a marker. I'm going to cut out, yeah, I know. I'm going to cut out a gold piece to make the belt buckle. So I'm not going to worry about painting that on. I have to do the stripes on his shirt. So I'm going to turn it upside down for a minute. I'm just going to pull the stripes toward me. I think I'll do the side stripes first. So I'm just going to probably should be using a ruler, but I think I can make it look pretty coherent. That one was a little crooked. Go back over the edge. Thought about doing this with a paintbrush, but I knew I would totally mess it up. So we're just doing it like this. Okay, not the best, not the worst. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's not perfect, but I don't know where my ruler is, so I'm just doing the best I can right now. Okay, so other than the belt buckle, I think he's going to be done. So I'm going to get this pretty gold color and cut him out a belt buckle. I wonder if Carrie's up yet. I know she wasn't feeling the world's best last night. I also wonder how Jean's feeling. I've been trying to check in on everybody in between doing everything. I worry about our buddies. Okay, belt buckle. But is there anything on his belt buckle? I don't think so, but I'm not 100% sure. Just gonna wipe it on the end to get all that off of it. Come here, Woody. Make sure it's centered. Okay. I think that's good. I don't think I have anything else on him to do unless I'm forgetting something. So this is Woody. So he looks pretty cool. So I'm done with 3 letters. Well, 2 because I need eyeballs for the other one. Save the dinosaur till last. So now we're going to see if this dried right. Take that clamp off. It seems pretty good. Hopefully it stays. So this is going to be the girl. And I think from what I'm seeing on the picture that I downloaded last night, yellow at the top with some squiggly lines for a shirt. And then a solid white spot in the middle. And then like some blue jean lines. And then the cow patch thing at the base is what I'm thinking. So yeah. We're going to start with yellow at the top. I don't have yellow on a thing yet, so let me get a little thingy. Come here, yeller. Because everybody last night voted for me to do the girl. So, I think her name's Jessie. This yellow is not very thick. I had to use several coats last night on those other ones. Okay. I'm just getting the edge lined up all the way around with the yellow. I might take the yellow down a little further. I don't know. Once I get the edges done, I'll check and see. It's nice to have somebody to talk to while I'm doing this, though. So I'm glad you had a little bit of time. I knew doing it in the middle of the day was probably not the best, but it wasn't recording right. And I didn't want to chance it not recording for people that wanted to see how I made the letters, so. Okay. I did the yellow down to here, so I think I need to do it likewise all the way around. And do it about the same level. I didn't think about that when I did the whole thing over there. Which means I need to do a little bit more on the side. There. And then here. I think it's interesting that Jessie is dressed just like Woody, but she's a love interest for Buzz. At least that's what I'm being told. I don't know. I really need to watch the new ones. I'll have to do a second coat of yellow, so here's hoping that it dries pretty fast. Because I can still kind of see the brown through it. Okay, so there's the yellow. I'm going to sit that brush down. And then I know there's white. Your brush. There's white for her shirt. The yellow is the ruffles on the top of her shirt, I think. And then there's white. And then there's a thin line of blue for like a blue jean skirt. And then it's cow patch. So when I do the second coat, I'll go over it a little better. So I'm going to do this part white, and then I guess where the cow patch is going to be, I'll go ahead and do the first layer white there also. Hey, Bridget. I figured you were here. I figured you said you were looking something up, so I figured you were looking something up. So I'm going to do a thin stripe of blue jean right through there. Thin stripe. And then the rest of this will be the cow patch. Okay. So I'm going to pour some white here so I can do the edges. Dun, dun, dun. Be careful how I hold it because I don't want to unglue that part. Okay. I'm probably out of the screen a little bit right now, but I'll be able to see where the edges are. Okay. And then right here, little line all the way across here. And then here down. Oh, well, I'm sorry. Well, get ready if you need to. You've been great being here this whole time. I'm just going to finish up with these letters. And then, of course, I'll have to give dry time before I can actually finish. So I'll probably be back on later after I do the first coat on all of these. Then I'll get off, get some housework done. I think I heard the dryer turn off. Then I'll come back and do another coat on these and get them finished. Let's put that right there. Then I've got the line of blue. I'm just kind of talking to myself as I go, you guys. For her blue jeans. Probably should have done that after the white dried. Because now I've got white on my blue. I've got to go over it anyway, so it'll be fine. It'll have to have another coat, so. Yeah, I think his buckle will be fine just being gold. I think I'm just going to prop it with one of my. We're just going to cover that tip. But I'm going to have to look into that and see if they're going to hold these letters up. Because the easels I have are for like the 4x4 paintings. I don't know if they're going to hold these letters up. So. There's the first coat of blue. I'll go over it and make it more blue later. It looks really weird right now. But yeah, so it'll have squiggly red lines on her shirt frill thing, then her solid white shirt, her mini skirt, and cow patches down here. Yay me. Now I gotta figure out the dinosaur while I let her dry some. Still not sure what I'm gonna do with the dinosaur. Okay, guys, well, I'm going to go for now because my phone's ringing, and then we'll come later.